Hey guys, Rob out here, and ImAlwaysInHotWater.com. Out here in another storage area, bringing you guys another boat. This is actually the third one today that I have to get to, and then a sea trial with a buyer for Texas on another boat. So I wanted to just kind of give you guys a quick walkthrough. I have a real nice situation here, actually a pretty nice boat, and I think one that will be in demand. We have a 2013 Stingray 234 LR Bowrider, and overall the boat's in very nice condition, very well kept up. I'll point out any cosmetic defects or any minor things that I see, to save you the trip of walking through on the boat. But overall, I've been through the vessel for about a half hour now, and she seems pretty good. Obviously, I haven't had her on the water, but she has 139 hours on it. So I'm not really too concerned. I pulled the cowling off the motor, and to be honest, it looks like the day it came out of the showroom, you could eat off of that motor. And I do have pictures up on the site. Overall, I just want to point out trailer's in great shape. Tandem axle, torsion, tires are nice. Obviously, we would check the hubs for grease and good to go. So I think you're real solid on traveling. Bunks are in great shape. Overall, the trailer's in nice shape. This vessel is not really been used trailered in the water, and in fact it goes over to a marina and they take the boat off the trailer and they put it in the water. So the trailer's been lightly used at best over the years. I'm taking a look at the bottom of the hull. Overall, nothing really negative to report other than maybe a nice little bottle of on-off. It would take me about 30 minutes to clean that bottom up, and that's just normal for in the rivers here. As I walk through checking the bottom on the exterior of the hull, I just don't see anything, no chips or cracks or anything offensive that you would walk up to and have to get repaired or worry about. As far as the exterior of the hull goes, in this charcoal gray, this is one of those colors that you got to keep up with wax, just to keep that in mind. I think we're in real nice shape here. Not really any fading on it at all. In fact, let me just walk around. Yeah, no, you're still true. It could probably use a coat of wax just to kind of get it back up to speed. But you're not really in any jeopardy here of where you get that serious fading as you do with these colors and the greens and the burgundies and the navies. So overall, you're pretty good. But what I will point out is you do have some Fender Rubs on the color. As far as the white goes, you're pretty good. But it looks to me, this is the second owner of this vessel. You got a couple little Fender Rubs and minor scratches right here. And, Fender Rub outs. Same thing here. And this is also Fender Rub, Fender Rub, Fender Rub. That same thing, Fender Rub. You're good. Up forward bow, starboard side, you got a nice scratch. This is scratch into the paint. All right, I can actually buff that out. I'm not going to, but you can. But right here, you got a little bit more where you got a little bit of glass showing. So, with this, a buff and a quick trip to West Marine, and you're good there. That would really be my only negative as far as that goes on the hull itself. Winch looks good. Jack stand looks good. I'm kind of covering everything as I'm walking through for you. Same thing on this side. Couple little minor scratches, most of which can all be buffed out, and Fender Rubs. So, obviously you're going to have a little bit of decals that get chipped up. If you don't get your fenders out in time or you're coming in hot. I'm on port side. You got another little scratch right here. A little bit up in this area right here. Obviously, this looks to me like docking side. So, but listen, I'm looking at it. It's not anything that's tragic in the least. It's a 4-year-old vessel, and especially with the currents in this area, a lot of that's going to be common. My bigger concern would be if I had a lot of awful chipping out on the keel area and the possibility of bacteria getting in. But as far as cosmetically goes, you're in pretty good shape. And you know, the vessel will be sold and priced accordingly, because you're gonna have, you know, you're gonna put a little elbow grease into that charcoal gray. But you know, you get what you get. It's a pre-owned boat. There are new boats out there if you guys like them. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying. Overall, like I said, the engine looks great. Everything looks great. I mean, it looks you know, like new. Aluminum prop, and no dings, no chips, no bends. So you're good there. Depending on your area, you might want to change to a stainless steel. In this area with the oyster beds, aluminum prop for a lot of people getting into a low depth. Ants are chopping on me. Into a low depth kind of makes sense. I'd rather twist my prop and spend 140 bucks than twist out my lower unit. But that's neither here nor there. I do want to point out on the back of the vessel port side, you see a little Jensen stereo control. There's actually 3 controls in this vessel on the working stereo. Overall, just a real nice boat, real nice condition. It's not really going to be used much over the, you know, up until spring, so it's now available to the market. Carpet's in it. Carpet, you know, actually is in real good shape. I'd like to say it needs a cleaning, but it's actually not too bad. I think it's pretty good. Me, I don't like carpet in a boat. I'm the anti-carpet guy, but, you know, to each his own. Overall, once again, forward cushions, no rips, no tears. Very little sun wear and tear. I mean, we could just, I can take some wet on my finger and almost clean that seat right up. So, once again, you're just looking at a good cleaning and possibly a slight detail on the exterior. In this area here, I'm not gonna, this is not a live well, that's a cooler box. I was hoping there was a live well in there, but there's not. Real nice Jensen speakers in the boat. Anchor storage. Going back, I forgot where I was. So anyway, your bow area is in very nice shape. Both helm and passenger cushions, no rips, no tears. Let me just give it a once through. Yeah, clean, neat, pretty. Actually also in the back here as well, what I want to do is, let me just pop this up real quick. Let's see if I can get that out with one hand. See, this storage area is massive. Now let me just make a quick note. Personal items as seen are not included. Is that ski pole set up? Yes, you're set up for a ski pole. There's the table. This model was offered 2 ways, with an IO motor or an outboard. And obviously you guys can see this is the outboard version. The advantage for the people with the outboard version versus the IO is, look at the amount of storage you got in, and there's storage throughout the rest of the boat. So overall, let's see if we can get a rating. 12 people, 1,724 pounds, and you look pretty good there as far as loading up as much gear as possible and going from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up Bimini top, as you guys can see. The cooler's going to go with it. That's conveyed. You also have a head area in this vessel right there. Once again, personal items not included, but you can have the toilet, and maybe we'll give you a roll of toilet paper. And also you have storage up in this area as well, so you can definitely load up for the sandbar and be out for the day. Up in this area right here, as you can see, this is actually a working stereo. Also, that's the main head, and then your external unit over here is your Jensen. On this particular spot, you have a switch for the stereo. She comes with a fresh EchoMap DV, and in moving over, you can see the gauge on the Ferris at 137.8, so we're just going to call it 138 hours for now. All services are up to date. Obviously, you know, I'm not a surveyor or a marine mechanic, so take that as you will. Reasonable offers will be considered, and sea trial obviously is probably about 15 minutes from here, so that's not a big deal if the vessel's under contract. So overall, you know, real nice situation for a nice 23-foot Bowrider with a low-hour Yamaha motor. In pretty decent shape, a little bit of elbow grease, and I think you guys would be good to go. So Rob out here at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com. Let me just give you a side view. Wishing you guys a great and safe boating day. Rob signing off.